chicken?
You got it.
That's right. Or awesome, awesome, awesome chicken.
I like it.
As I like to call it. Either way, you know it's going to be
Awesome.
very nice. Dani is cooking this morning in the kitchen, and earlier we were talking about our Dale's Cook-Off Challenge. So each day, one day Joe cooked with Dale's, the next day I did. Today it's Dani's turn. We're having a little friendly competition here on Studio 10. So you're going to be cooking your awesome chicken today.
Yes.
And you've gotten your injector back.
Yes.
So I'm going to stand over here because Michael said that Joe paid him $40.
What?
I didn't do anything, and I'm just wondering if you're going to use the injector for anything other than the chicken.
It's only for the awesome chicken.
Okay. All right. So what ingredients are we going to need to get started? You want to do the sauce first, right?
Sure, I'm going to do the sauce. That's actually the extra awesome sauce that's going to go on top of our awesome chicken.
I love it.
So to make the sauce, really all you need is your favorite barbecue sauce. What I like to do is spruce up my sauces. So I'll take an original, just a plain sauce that doesn't have any seasoning to it, and I add a little bit of thyme. We can just go ahead and do it.
Let's do it.
This is warmed up, so I have some olive oil in here. What I'll do is I'll take some minced garlic and just start to saute it, warm it up a little bit.
And you just have it on low heat.
It's on low,
Okay.
yes. Because I just want this to cook really slow and just simmer, so it can just kind of thoroughly get those flavors going while the rest of the dish is cooking. So I've got that in there, and I've got some thyme. I like to just throw a few sprigs of thyme in there just to break them apart. You won't actually eat this, but the flavor will go through this really nicely. It'll be good. And then you'll take a little bit of lemon juice, not too much because it'll give it a bitter taste, but if you happen to put too much lemon juice when you taste it, you can cut that with brown sugar, which we're going to add right now. So we're going to add a little bit of brown sugar. Mine got a little bit hard in the refrigerator, but it's okay. It'll melt down.
Yeah.
So once this gets going, we'll just let that kind of simmer for a little while. And then we'll just add our barbecue sauce to it and just slowly let it simmer. So while that's going, now we're going to work on this chicken.
Okay.
All right, so for the chicken, what I've done, the secret to my awesome chicken is the injection. I inject the meat with Dale's seasoning, but I take whatever seasoning that you're going to use, you can mix it with your Dale seasoning. So I'm using a Creole type mesquite seasoning, and I just mix it in with the Dale seasoning, right? But you don't want to get it too thick because then it won't flow through your injector.
Sure.
So once you get it in there, you just stir it up, and then you take it in your injector and thoroughly go through your chicken. You want to hit it in as many spots as you can.
Okay.
But you want to be careful because this little part right here, if you don't stick it all the way in your meat, your liquid will end up all over the counter and all over yourself. You don't want to do
so
that.
I should stand back, huh?
Just stand back. I had a little accident earlier today.
That's
See,
so
it's starting to come out
Okay.
just a little bit.
Okay, so we're going to let Dani inject the chicken. Now, as we mentioned, this recipe is on our website, fox10tv.com. It's on the Studio 10 page. You can get Joe's recipe from Wednesday. You can get my recipe from yesterday. You can make them all this weekend, one tonight, one Saturday, and one Sunday. Make sure you get this one, though. You definitely want to try Dani's out. And then when we come back, we'll start cooking this chicken.
And we are back in the kitchen here on Studio 10. Dani is making some awesome food for us today. And let me tell you something, this smells delicious. It has already earned in my mind the title awesome. So you've got chicken going, we've got potatoes going, and we've got awesome sauce going.
Awesome sauce. Let me turn my awesome sauce down.
It's bubbling. Is it not supposed to bubble?
Well, it's okay.
Okay.
But I don't want it to bubble too much more.
Okay, so you got the chicken all set up, and then you put it in the pan, and we're frying this chicken.
Well, we're pan searing it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's about it. And we got, oh, you asked me earlier, what is this sticking to it? This is minced garlic. I didn't say that the first time. When you inject your chicken, you also want to season the outside. So the seasoning that you mix in with your Dale seasoning that you injected it with, you take that dry seasoning and you also season the outside of your chicken. And you take some minced garlic and you just pat it on the outside of the chicken too. And then you cook it in some olive oil.
Is that all that is olive oil that you're cooking it in?
No, no, no. I just put a little bit of olive oil in here, and this is also a sweet marinade of your choice because we want it to be sweet. It's a sweet face of awesome, not just a face of awesome.
Sweet face of awesome.
Yes.
All right, so while the chicken cooks, let's talk a little bit about these potatoes.
Yeah.
Can y'all see? There's cheese, there's butter, there's sour cream. These are going to be some delicious potatoes. Okay, so what have we done so far over here?
All right, I boiled some red potatoes.
Okay.
And they're nice and soft now. I added about half a cup, quarter of a cup of milk in there. You can, if you like yours more creamy, add more milk. If you don't, add less. Now I'm going to add some cheese.
How much cheese is that?
That's about a cup. I may add more because I love cheese.
Me too.
I want mine really cheesy. I add about half a stick of butter. And this is about a half a cup of sour cream.
Now, you boiled these this morning.
I boiled them this morning, and I leave the skins on because I love red mashed potatoes with the skins on them.
Well, and they say the skin is the healthiest part of the potato. So
I almost forgot the minced garlic. We're going to put some minced garlic in there, too.
Okay, so we do all of that. And the great thing about this, too, Dani, is this is like a one-pot thing.
Yeah.
You boil them, and you're going to mash them all up in the same pot. Because I don't know about you, but when it comes to cleaning up after big fancy meals, that can sometimes be a deterrent to what you're cooking.
Right.
Okay, so you boil them so they're nice and soft and ready to get mashed up. And then we're adding all of this stuff. Yeah, that's good stuff right there.
I'm going to add a little pepper and a little salt to taste, and then these are going to be done.
That's it?
That's
that actually isn't very hard.
No, it's super easy. Super awesome, super easy.
Super awesome, super easy. Very good. It all goes together. All right, so that's good stuff. And then once this is done, do we need to like keep it warm, keep it heated up? Or?
I'd keep it warm. I'd keep it on low so that, you know, it doesn't, it stays creamy.
Okay.
And that's it. And you can garnish it with some chives, some green onion, or some bacon bits if you really want to get fancy. I don't have bacon bits with me today.
You have all kinds of ingredients over here that you've been adding to all of this stuff. So it just goes to show she only has 1, 2, 3, 4, about 6 or so bowls. So it's not like this is that complicated to do.
It's very easy. It really is. I wouldn't be doing it if it weren't easy. I like to cook, but I love making simple dishes seem fancier than what they are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one question though, as you're mashing all of those, how long does our chicken need to cook?
Our chicken, just until it's thoroughly done. It depends on what kind of chicken that you make, because these are breasts, so they're a little thicker, so I'll let them cook for about 7-8 minutes on each side. But if you're doing chicken wings, this is so good when you inject chicken wings. If you do it, you don't have to cook it as long because it's a smaller piece of meat. So just make sure it's done. If you have to slice it to make sure it's not pink, you know,
it's all
wing
good.
it.
It's going to taste delicious. All right, Dani's going to keep, she's getting a workout over here. She's going to keep mashing the potatoes, and we're going to come back and see this as it gets finished up, right?
Yeah, it's about done.
It's almost done. Doesn't it smell good, guys?
Oh, no.
And we are back in the Studio 10 kitchen with Dani, Michael White, myself. Michael White is joining us because he gets to eat.
Yes, I am. I am one of the judges, along with Chastity Bird and our general manager, Gary Yoder. I have tried Cherish's dish yesterday. I tried Joe's on Wednesday. So now the taste test is on.
But the question is, how is it so far? Is there a leader so far?
So far, it is neck and neck
That's
between Joe and Cherish. I'm not going to say who's a little ahead, but it's close.
It's close, okay.
This could break, she could have a breakaway.
This looks pretty good. And just a reminder, Dani, what did you make?
I made the sweet face of awesome chicken with a side of awesome mashed potatoes with extra awesome barbecue sauce.
And the extra awesome mashed potatoes are red potatoes that you put in cheese and butter and sour cream and all that good stuff?
Everything that you would put on your loaded baked potato, I put those in there, and milk.
Okay.
In addition to that Dale's seasoning, that's the
The
required.
Dale's seasoning is injected inside of that chicken.
Because that is, in case you haven't been watching earlier this week, that's the one required ingredient of all 3 contestants. They have to use Dale's seasoning. So let me give this a bite. Let's see. Oh, Dani.
That's what I like to hear. Oh, Dani.
Pretty good?
Darn good.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This competition may have taken a turn this morning.
Very good, actually.
Very good. And of course,
Thank
you
you,
can get
Michael.
the recipe, and you can eat this yourself. You can make this yourself. Just go to the Studio 10 page at fox10tv.com. Good job, Dani Dials.
Thank you.
Well done.
All right. We'll be right back.